Hi there. Good morning. My name is Michael Essien, and I want to address a few questions. So, some persons have written to me and they're asking, why am I not successful in trading? What's going on? So, I'm just going to attempt to maybe give an advice of what I think you should do to begin to make some progress with your trading. Apart from getting the right kind of knowledge, one of the things that I've observed over the years is indiscipline to asset focus. Indiscipline to asset focus. What does that mean? There are a lot of people who are very much distracted with trading a lot of assets, a lot of pairs, if you're trading currencies, a lot of instruments, and all of that. Now, I've said before, and I'm going to say it again here, that your profitability does not depend on the many assets or instruments or currency pairs you trade at the time. It doesn't work like that. And I'm trying to address this so that it will give you a direction going forward. Okay? So let's take, for example, you're trading or you're analyzing different assets. Let's say, for example, 10. You cannot, except you're using multiple screen. And even at that, you cannot monitor all these trading opportunities in these 10 assets or pairs you have marked out. So the chances of missing the entry opportunity is very high. So if you analyze a certain asset and then you point or you mark a zone where you're likely going to reconsider or where you're going to consider an entry and you're looking forward to reanalyzing before an entry, there are possibilities you're going to miss that entry because of the so many assets you are distracted with. So going forward, if you're going to be able to time your success and mark your success, my advice would be take two or in fact take one or two assets or currency pair and stay with them and make sure that you learn all you need to learn. There are two things it's going to do for you. One, it's going to help you to to model an attitude of patience in the sense that when you don't see a reason to buy or to sell, depending on the asset you've analyzed or the asset you've picked, you will have to be patient until an opportunity presents itself. All right, because the problem is when you don't find an opportunity in your chosen asset, you're pushed to go look for other assets where there's likely an opportunity, and this is one of the things that causes distraction. I know a few good traders. I know of Rev Wayne. I know some of us will follow them who trades GU, Nasdaq, not too many assets. I know that his best assets his best currency pair is GU. You can quote me otherwise, or you can quote me wrong. I know of Sandy Lechizi, his best asset at the time was gold, and he was focusing so much on gold. You can also follow Jeffrey Benson, who trades currency too. His YouTube name is Jeffrey Benson. I will recommend you follow him if you're trading currency. He does give a lot of value too. And these persons are people who are focused on one or two assets. They don't trade too many assets. And that's the problem with you that are trading maybe synthetic indices. You're trading V75, you're trading crash, and boom, you're trading step, you're trading V100, all the assets. In fact, you're trading range and jump. Come on now. How do you do all of that? You're bound to miss opportunity. So if you want to improve or if you want to upgrade, if you want to increase your profitability margin, you have to reduce the many assets you analyze and trade at a time. My recommendation strongly would be that you pick two assets and let that only appear on your quote section. Don't dump all the assets there is on your quote section. Just make two. I have shared in my previous video here of a certain lady who for about 2 years was trading crash 500 and she was making a whole lot of money and she still does anyway. So the point I'm making is why you are failing is because you're analyzing so many assets at the same time. Now, listen carefully. I'm not saying that you cannot analyze. Maybe for reference purposes, you're trying to check up if a certain pattern plays or is respected across different assets. You can do that. You can for maybe for study reason. You can do check if there is a flag or flag up obeys this asset, or you're trying to do a wider, research. So you're trying to try out your patterns or your study on all these assets. But when it comes to what you want to work with, Just pick two and make sure that if you don't find something that is going to that looks good enough. Maybe you are looking for an entry for a buy or sell and you can't find it on the two assets you've selected. Just stay out and then keep waiting. That will help you, to be more disciplined. And if you do that, you're going to increase your profitability margin. And I think this is one of the problems. So going forward, try to stay on one asset or two and make sure that everything falls and rises on that asset. Even if you're going to make losses, let it be that, okay, it was because of this. You'll be able to find reason. Don't trade all the asset there is. It's good to have an idea, but it's better to stay on two assets where you can get mastery. Now, let me say this: mastery is not attained by many things. If you want to become a master of something, stay on one or two things. And that's the best way to approach trading. And for starters, maybe you're just joining or maybe you're just starting to trade, don't follow everybody to trade everything there is. Pick one or two assets and let all your energy be poured on those two assets. And I bet you in 2, 3 months, you're going to do better off. And forget the people who are analyzing so many assets. It doesn't define focus, it doesn't define attention. Pour your attention on two assets, sometimes one. Put your energy on those assets, and it's going to increase your profitability margin. Now, above all things, knowledge is key. Get knowledge, get mentored, and learn all you need to learn. If you want to follow, if you want to ask questions, you want to get to me for more clarity or for advice or counseling or for training or for mentorship, you can reach out to me via the link on the description space. I look forward to your success. I wish you all the best. Thank you.